Hey y'all, it's your girl Missniecy, and I'm here to do a review for Sistas Season 6, Episode 7. The episode starts off with Fatima approaching Zach and Karen at the salon. Fatima tells Zach that she needs to talk to him, and Fatima kindly asks Karen for some privacy so that they can talk. Karen makes smart remarks about this being her salon, and that Fatima can be the one to leave. Like, girl, just let them talk in private for a second. Fatima pulls Zach to the side, and that's when she hands him an envelope with papers for an emergency hearing for his son Mike. All this is happening, Zach is just trying to reiterate the fact that Karen just kissed him on his cheek because he notices that Fatima has an attitude because he tried to give her a kiss and she dodged it. While Fatima is trying to get the paper signed, she asks Zach, is his son a priority to him? Because she says that it sure doesn't seem like it right now. Zach asked a very dumb question after that. He goes, where's your ring? I'm like, my guy, this girl is trying to get you an emergency hearing so you could get custody of your son. She just saw you, Karen, and Karen was kissing you on your cheek. The first thing you ask is, where's your ring at, for real? Pam's instigating those. You saw that, ask Karen, did I just see you kiss Zach? Karen goes, yeah, on his cheek. Pam goes, you know Aaron saw that too, right? And he's pretty mad. Aaron approaches Zach, telling Zach that he's wrong for playing Karen and Fatima, and that he shouldn't be doing that because it's wrong. Obvious that Karen still wants him. Zach goes, when's the last time you played with your kids? Because if you knew what was good for you, you would know not to mess with me. And I'm the type to beat you up in the NASCAR. Pam comes back again, instigating stuff, and she goes, I know that there's a team thing happening, but I feel a Zach thing happening. Like, girl, if you don't go on somewhere instigating stuff and feeding more into Karen's delusions. Zach asked Karen if they could go somewhere and talk, and Karen goes, well, I have to check the damages. Zach goes, you're not going inside that building, don't move. And Karen looked at him like, that's my man, my man, my man. Girl, if you don't go. The lawyer tells Sabrina and Maurice he will do everything he can to help. He's sitting there sulking like, I know you're about to play the playing game and blame everything on me. Yes, Maurice, you are 95% of the blame, but Calvin should take the other 5. One that insisted that Q was not staying with you. But after Q fed Calvin the sob story about how he grew up and how he was raised, Calvin fell for the sob story and insisted that Q stay. That's how y'all really ended up in this situation. He's magically back at work after being shot 2 days before in Tyler Perry time. We're not going to talk about that. He tells Danny that he's been shot. Danny obviously doesn't care. And Q tells Danny that they don't have to talk to each other, they just have to work together. Sabrina calls Danny and tells her that she's stressed because the lawyer informed her that she can go to jail for 15 years. Sabrina wants to find a way to talk to Q, and that's when Danny tells her that he's at work. Sabrina goes, how is he at work and he's just been shot? Danny goes, how was he shot? Sabrina goes, Maurice and him got into a fight and that's when the gun went off. Sabrina goes, I just want to talk to him and tell him how he affected my life. Danny says, you really expect him to care, especially that he's a criminal, and you can't talk to nobody like that. They don't care. But Danny says that she'll get her a badge so that Sabrina could talk to him. At the law firm, Tamara and Fatima are talking, and Fatima asks Tamara, what is she doing here? Fatima notices the ring and she goes, I know this is not what I think it is. Tamara goes, yeah, girl. We went to Vegas and we got married. Fatima goes, I didn't tell you to marry him. I just told you to get him for everything he's got. Tamara goes, yeah, girl. I married him so I can get everything he's got. Fatima goes, this was not a part of the plan. You're on your own now, and I'm out. My thing is, girl, Fatima, why didn't you just play along? Because Tamara can blow up your entire spot and tell Hayden the whole plan and make things worse for you. Gary calls Hayden and lets him know that he didn't find any information on Tamara and that he's having somebody look deeper into her because there's no way that they couldn't find any information. Tamara walks into Hayden's office all happy like, hey, husband. Hayden gives Tamara the cold shoulder. Tamara goes, I'm so happy we did this. She goes, aren't you? Hayden goes, yeah, but I think we're moving too fast. Tamara goes, it's all about taking risks and chances. You should let me come over there and let me show you how much I love you. Hayden goes, we can't because my office has windows. Tamara goes, we're all about taking chances and risk, right? So let me show you. Hayden was reluctant at first, but then he eventually lets her give him the cock $3,000. Then at Maurice's apartment, Calvin and Maurice are talking, and Maurice is sitting there like, woe is me. Why is this happening to me? Then Calvin's like, I think I have a way to help. Maurice is like, how? Calvin's like, I do real estate. Maurice is like, boy, you haven't had a job since the first day I met you. How do you do real estate? Calvin goes, I do have a job. I do real estate. Maurice just looks at him in disbelief. Calvin goes, how do you think the bills are being paid? Maurice, being his extra self, he says, I thought you were selling some of your body to get money. Calvin says, I think you should really try to get your real estate license and try to become a real estate agent. Back at the law firm, Gary hands Hayden an envelope with the information about Tamara. Gary tries to talk about Tamara, but Hayden lets him know that he can't talk about that right now. Gary notices that Hayden's very fidgety. He asks, Hayden, what's wrong? He's like, I was just working out this morning and that's why my body's fidgety. Gary doesn't believe him, so he goes around to Hayden's desk. Before Hayden stops him, Gary sees Tamara giving him the got 3,000. At the airport, Sabrina finally gets to talk to Q, and she asks him, why are you doing this? What did I do to deserve this? And Q, you know I had nothing to do with this and I don't deserve this. Q's like, whatever you're doing, you can stop because Maurice already tried this and I already told him I don't have a heart. So there's no point in trying. Sabrina's like, this is who you really are? You truly don't care? She's like, Q, I know you care. And I'm sorry to the person that hurt you, but I'm not them and I don't deserve this. You can tell that Q has a little bit of compassion because his eyes started to water up. But he stays firm and says, I didn't deserve to be hurt either. So nobody really loves me, so why do I have to? Tina tells Q that she forgives him and that she's sorry that he got hurt the way he did. But she doesn't deserve this. And she lets him know that she had a good future and a good thing going at the bank and he just ruined it because he wanted to be selfish. After the talk with Q, Sabrina and Danny are talking and Danny lets her know that she's got her through it all and that she shouldn't be stressed because Danny's going to be there for her and the rest of the girls are. But Sabrina can't help but to think what would happen if she got 15 years. At the coffee shop, Aaron's getting coffee and he calls Jennifer to let her know that he wants her to meet him at their spot and that he wants to talk to her. Jennifer asks, are you still with Karen? You know how I know? Because he goes, it's not like that. Ironically, Pam is there too and Pam is being nosy and she asks, who is that? Aaron goes, it's none of your business. Pam goes, I see that you were trying to get some coffee and some cat. Aaron goes, mind your business, Pam. Pam goes, I am minding my business. She goes, how are you talking to another woman but you want to be with Karen? He makes a valid point and says, if she wanted to be with me, she would stop playing these games and stop. Goes, she's clearly still in love with Zach and he has a hold on her. He asks Pam, what is the hold that Zach has on Karen? Pam goes, I don't know. Pam goes, you're the one that told me to mind my business, but you're sitting here pouring out your heart to me. At the law firm, Andy and Fatima take a meeting with Miss Roberta. Miss Roberta is a lady in her 60s who was married to a man who, when they got married, he was cheating on his wife with her. Come to find out, he has a 22-year-old daughter, and that he used to wine and dine Miss Roberta and take her on trips, and she thought that was love. But she also had a man on the side because she ended up unhappy and unsatisfied, and she's still trying to figure out why she's in this situation because she gave all her love to a man who didn't love her, and he needed to grow up, and he chose not to grow up because he was comfortable in the way that he was living, and she said that she did a lot of work to change him, and now he just reverted back to his old self. It isn't good, Miss Roberta. She tells the girls to keep their options open and to keep a man on the side. She could be faithful to her main man but have a man on the side. She tells the girls to put themselves first because they don't want to end up like her. Andy looks at her in shock because Miss Roberta is telling the similar story to Andy's. Because that's how Andy met Gary. He was married, had kids, cheating on his wife with her. He was crazy in love with her, still crazy in love with her, buying her stuff, whining and dining her, taking her on trips. Emma starts to break down and cry after Miss Roberta leaves, being like, I don't want to end up like her. Am I doing too much for Zach? I give him all this love, but he doesn't see it. What are we doing wrong? I don't want to end up like her. I just want to be happy. And I don't want to spend the rest of my life knowing that Zach is in love with Karen. Andy's like, he's not in love with her. Fatima tells Andy that she's going to give the ring back. Let me know what you guys thought about the episode. Let me know what you guys thought about Miss Roberta's advice. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your bell notification. Bye!